I love the word becoming and the power that it has in that mission statement of continuous growth and self-reflection of not just the professional's practice or the building practice, but the whole district. We're making sure we're self-checking and are we on the right track? And I think you see that in the board goals that say we have to do something with SEO. We have to do something to combat racism in our community. That becoming word helps us grow and reflect, and I think that as a top-down initiative really still lets you practice the way that you see best as practicing. And I think in an urban community, there probably isn't just going to be one model of education unless it is a model that allows individuality and case-by-case interpretation and application of skills.
My role as the social and emotional learning coordinator is to help the district move to infuse social emotional learning across every aspect of the district. And essentially what that means is using emotions, the nuanced understanding of emotions to inform everything we do at the district level.
And so what that has meant for us with school psychologists is that our school psychologists are no longer test in place. They are not doing a lot of assessments on students in the special education world just to place them in special education. Instead, they're collaborating with their general education peers with this integrated service team, and they're making decisions earlier on to hopefully prevent students being staffed into special education when they really don't need it, when what they really need is some early intervention and some foundational needs met first.
You work in a team of a school social worker and a special education consultant to use each other's expertise and access points in a building to better plan. So working in a team model really helps us avoid gaps in plans and gaps in student outcomes so that we can do the best for everybody.
It feels a lot more collaborative because we are all receiving the same content and taking that information and applying it at the building level.
Last year, I was a practicum student at Des Moines Public Schools and was lucky enough to continue my journey with Des Moines Public Schools as an intern. I was hired on as a full paid staff and am able to continue to gain experience in the field. I have an amazing mentor that has helped me from my practicum year throughout this school year as well. Internship here looks very similar, if not exactly alike to what a school psychologist would be doing. I have my own schools and I'm able to support those schools just like any other school psychologist would, even as an intern and going to school.
As an intern supervisor, I get the opportunity to see sort of the internship experience from a different lens. I meet weekly with the intern that I'm supervising. So we work through those together, and I think it's a good opportunity for interns to see sort of a problem-solving process from a more experienced school psychologist, drawing on experience, but then also there are some cases that experience isn't really gonna help you. So where do we go to look for this answer? What test might we administer? What interview script might we follow? Where are we going to really look in this novel situation for some way to get the ball rolling, where we start seeing progress and data come in, where we can help make decisions?
School psychologists in Des Moines Public Schools, they have the ability to learn and grow. They are able to provide professional learning for other people in our district who don't have the same knowledge that school psychs have. They're able to go back and get their admin degrees. We have school psychologists who are getting their degrees in school administration, who could then go on to be school principals, APs, student services directors. So there's a lot of opportunity for growth in our district.
Just the opportunity to grow professionally, I think is huge. And so currently I'm working on my administration degree, which I know will open up other opportunities as well. So if, being a school psychologist isn't your end goal, there are various opportunities that you could tap into as far as being a psych here. I know, be it on the general education side or the special education side.
I feel like I'm the most of a school psychologist that I've ever been here at Des Moines Public, and especially this year. And it just feels so refreshing to be a school psychologist again, and to say it proudly, that I'm not a behavior interventionist. I'm not your school counselor. I am a school psychologist. It's what my license is in, so I get to say it now. And it feels really good.
Des Moines is a really great place to live. I think a lot of people think about Iowa and they think about it being all cornfields. Des Moines is not that. Des Moines is super diverse.
The diversity that DMPS personified and embodies is very unique. And you will see that we represent all corners of the globe within the district. And the students come from various backgrounds, but DMPS unites them.
There are opportunities around every corner to do something that interests you, and it does feel like an urban setting. I think people would be very pleasantly surprised to be part of Des Moines Public Schools and part of this movement towards equity.
I think it's just a great place to raise a family. My own kids go to school within this district, so I have faith in how we are moving forward with the work that we're doing. From the top down, and so I would not have my kids here if I didn't believe in where we are going.
In Des Moines Public Schools, what I would say we would look the most for in a school psychologist is the ability to work in a team. Nobody is ever an island in Des Moines Public Schools. Everybody is always part of a team and working together, having really good interpersonal skills. We're also looking for people who, are social justice warriors, who care about what's happening, who are anti-racist, who are making good decisions about students from an equity-based lens. And so that's what we would look for in a school psychologist in Des Moines Public Schools.